Picture this, you're stepping off a long, exhausting flight, your mind filled with travel plans, meetings, or maybe just getting home to your loved ones. You rush into an airport restroom, expecting nothing out of the ordinary. But then, in the corner, you see something that stops you in your tracks. A tiny, trembling puppy, eyes wide with fear, abandoned. And beside him, a crumpled note. Now, take a deep breath, because what you're about to hear is a story that will move you to your core. A story of heartbreak, sacrifice, and resilience. This is the story of Chewy, the Chihuahua who found himself alone in an airport bathroom, but whose journey didn't end there. A traveler, just like you or me, spots the tiny dog huddled against the cold tile. His small frame is shaking, his eyes scanning the unfamiliar space, searching for the one person who meant everything to him, his owner. But she isn't there. Instead, there's only that note. And as the traveler picks it up and begins to read, the weight of the words sinks in. Hello, I am Chewy. I come from a home where my owner was trapped in an abusive relationship and couldn't afford to bring me on her flight. Leaving me behind was the last thing she wanted, but she had no other option. Can we even begin to imagine the agony of making that choice? The desperation, the fear, the unbearable pain of knowing that walking away might be the only way to save both their lives. My ex-boyfriend hurt Chewy during one of our fights. He now has a lump on his head and might need a vet. I love Chewy dearly. Please take care of him. This wasn't just a case of neglect. This was love. The purest, hardest kind of love. The kind that sacrifices for the sake of someone else. Fate could have taken Chewy in so many directions that day. He could have been ignored, left to fend for himself, but kindness won. A compassionate traveler took action, reaching out to Connor and Millie's dog rescue in Las Vegas. And when founder Lindia Gilliam heard Chewy's story, she knew she couldn't turn her back on him. Lindia's rescue had seen cases of abandonment before, but this one resonated with thousands of people. She shared Chewy's story online, hoping, praying that somehow his owner might see it, that she'd know he was safe, and the internet responded with an outpouring of love and support. But days passed, then weeks, and there was no sign of Chewy's owner. After a month of waiting, reality set in. It was time to find Chewy a forever home. And the applications flooded in, hundreds, even thousands of people, all wanting to give this little warrior a fresh start. But Chewy wasn't just going to any home. He needed the perfect fit. And then they found it. A family ready to love him, protect him, and give him the care he deserved. Chewy was finally safe, finally home. But here's the thing, Chewy's story isn't unique. Right now, there are thousands of pets just like him, left behind, abandoned because life took a cruel turn. And this is where we come in. If you've ever thought about adopting, fostering, or donating to an animal rescue, this is your sign. There are so many animals waiting for their second chance. And whether you can open your home or simply share their stories, every action matters. So ask yourself, what can you do today to help? Because together, we can make sure no pet ever has to feel the way Chewy did that day in the airport. If this story moved you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, spread awareness, and let's work together to make a difference. And if you want to hear more stories of resilience and second chances, hit that subscribe button. Because these stories, they matter. And so do the animals still waiting for their happy endings.